Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s.
All right, Danny. We're back.
Brendan.
What's up?
Long weekend, buddy.
Happy belated Easter.
Happy belated. Peace be with you.
This is the way the weather is, by the way, around here, is that we've had the heat on for how long? 6 months, right? I mean,
Yeah.
We're in April. Started putting it on in October. It's now
I might even say September.
like end of September. It was
because we normally record later.
Yep. Yeah, so we
And
normally start.
it's a little brisk.
Right now it's 6:51. Normally we start.
Sun's out. Not sun's out, but
Yeah, well,
it's not light out yet.
It's not dark. Yeah.
Opposite of what I just said.
Yeah. I mean, Friday, dude, I'm gonna have the fucking AC on here, which I don't know that works that well, but it's gonna be on.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, supposedly.
Playing golf Thursday.
Dude, I got some things in the works for this weekend, starting Friday.
Yeah?
Golf wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear it.
Yeah. Well, it's not. Everything comes down to I have 2 appointments with my daughter Friday.
Yep.
So I don't know what time that
Doctor's
ends.
appointments?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
And one of them is like kind of like a first time going there, so I don't know like how long it's going to be. I could probably tell the doctor speed it up. I got golf.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, my old man was like, it was in here Sunday, so we had a bunch of people. We host Easter, which, by the way, here's my first fraud of the fucking, on a non-fraud episode. Easter, Good Friday versus what should be Easter Monday. I get it. Christ, I get it. Fitzmaurice is close your ears, cover your ears. I know great people at the church. I love a little churching up myself, but just give us both days because I have everybody over here on Sunday.
I'm pretty sure. Didn't a couple Catholic schools around our area have?
Well, yeah, my daughter
Monday
had it
off.
Fucking she had it off,
Yeah.
which actually saved my ass because I didn't have to drive her over there. Which driving to Malden Catholic hungover is like the worst fucking thing in the world.
Yeah,
for
it's
me.
not. It's not a fun ride, and it's an easy ride. But
It's an easy ride, but the thing is that there's a light there that I think I mentioned it before, but that is on the corner of Malden Catholic and 2 charter schools in one of the busiest parts of Malden,
Yeah, it's-
where people turn left to go to 93,
Yep.
and every 5 minutes some fat kid pushes the fucking button to cross, and then it's like a 45-second situation, and there's 2
Wait.
metal shops there.
You go down 99 and you don't go down.
No, I go down
Lebanon?
I go down Lebanon.
Okay.
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
fucking
you were
brutal.
going down Broadway.
No.
That's psychotic too.
Yeah, neither one of those things is a good fucking
yeah,
result.
you're screwed.
That's the bottom line. So anyways, had everybody in here on Sunday. I kicked my brother-in-law Nate out at 10 because I'm like, I won't be able to get up and do anything tomorrow.
Right.
I started drinking at 1. My old man was in here and he was like, "Do you want to play golf on Thursday?" Now, I've been told this by many people. I'm sure you will definitely agree with this. My old man's in great shape, by the way. He's in the best shape of an older guy. But somebody was like, always take your dad up when he invites you to play golf or something. So now I just live by that maxim.
Well, my dad
as many
wasn't
as
a
I could.
golfer, so his version of "Do you want to go?" It was, "Do you want to go grab a drink somewhere?"
Yeah.
Which I always
Or the
did.
Red Sox, maybe.
Or the Red Sox, yep.
Yeah.
Which also involved drinking. Anything that my father did, he had to be in his happy comfort zone. And
Yeah.
I guess the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, but
Yeah. So anyways, it's going to be me, my old man, Kev Marr, who you know, you play golf with him, and his
Laser.
older brother, Joe, who's the best of the Mars.
really,
Yes, he is. There's a world in which YouTube and Instagram was around when because he's a good bit older than me.
Yeah.
He's in his 50s, where he would have been on a full ride to Georgia Tech.
So the one thing that I love about Kevin Ma, and I've only met him twice, but I feel like he's part of my circle now.
Yeah, he
he's my
is,
boy.
of
I mean,
course.
he's obviously he's part of the Arg Foursome for golf.
Yeah, permanent.
That doesn't move. So sorry, Joe, you're not in.
Yeah.
But Kev Ma comes off as this sweet, innocent boy,
Yeah.
very quiet. And then he just turns on the laser show. And all of a sudden, he turns into Biggie on the corner.
Yeah.
Rapping, dude.
Yeah.
And he's just lights out. He kills it.
He smokes balls.
Smokes, but puts it where you want. I smoke a ball and it just doesn't go where I want to.
Sure.
He puts it right where he wants to be. And he turns around, looks at us like, was that all right? Was that good?
I'll be
And
the
I'm like, yes.
Like I'll be by far the last of the people scoring good scores.
Perfect.
Like because my dad's good, Kev's great, and Joe's like. Just forget about Laser Show. He's just fucking. He just like you see his ball looks like a pro golfer's ball. It's fucking legit. Anyway, so playing golf on Thursday, I'm fucking pumped about it. But yeah, Easter Monday should be a day off, dude. Because I mean, listen, I get it. Friday was awesome, and I'm not even saying change the religious holiday. Just give us one more day. Give me like a Thanksgiving weekend. You know what I mean?
I couldn't agree more. But no, I couldn't agree more. That's what I'm going to leave it at because. It's kind of a fucking fraud that some people have the day off to begin with, like schools.
Sure.
What about the parents that got to fucking watch me?
I totally agree. Yeah, I mean, my daughter's old enough to have to worry about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? But but if you send your
like
kid to St.
Chevrolet,
Mary's
right,
or
shit.
like whatever, you know what I mean? Melrose?
You're stuck between a Bible and a hot place. See how I did that? Bingo. Choose your fate.
There you go. All right, let's talk about it. By the way, we're gonna talk a little. We'll talk a little bit about what'd you do on Easter, by the way?
Oh, dude, it was the most low key. I'm 35.
Yeah.
It was the most low key big holiday because we'd call that one of the big four, right? Low key holidays I've ever had in my entire life, and I regret nothing.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So the plan was to go over my mother-in-law's for this massive Easter egg hunt. Might have mentioned this once or twice. Puerto Ricans are never on time, ever. This was supposed to be 9 a.m. type of shit.
Yeah.
I'm on the couch. I'm not rushing anybody because I don't want to leave to begin with.
Sure.
Call me selfish. I don't give a shit. If I already get it in my mind, I'm not leaving the house and I'm eating at home.
Yeah.
I'm not changing. I'm not doing anything. I don't want to leave at that point. Dude, we didn't leave until like 4.
Yeah.
Like we had already ate at the house and then we're doing an Easter egg hunt. I'm like, the Easter bunny's already back at the ranch, dude. Like, and we get there and my mother-in-law has, like I said, we talked about it before. She got a nice little 1-bedroom apartment. She's only by herself. So it's not much room, but there's a boatload of kids.
Sure.
I've never in a million years asked her to use her TV because I was lasered in on the Masters.
Yeah.
But there was kids there watching cartoons and whatnot. So I finally got it on my phone. I'm watching in the corner like an idiot.
Yep.
But I watched the entire Masters. Well, like 3, I think I watched the last 3 holes at her house.
Yep.
And but I watched the entire thing at my house, which wasn't
Sure.
bad. Went home, went to bed, and it was it. I didn't do anything. I had leftovers for days.
That's a great Easter. But I'll touch on this too.
We
Because
cooked for so much, and it was only us.
dude,
fucking,
this is what like so. First of all, I checked my bank account today. I'm like, this looks a little light, and I realized that like the amount of food that we bought was $585.
Yeah,
at Stop and Shop.
we weren't probably that much, but you hosted.
And but here's the thing that kills me. Okay, so this is where I'm going with it. So all right, you know the North Shore Beefs, the challenge, the weight loss. There's a separate thing that I was in before with Al Delano's in it, Fitzy's in it, whatever. So I did well, but they jacked up another round, and I'm like, listen, I'm in. Like I just want to keep going, right? So I think I've mentioned this. So my buddy, he listens to this occasionally. He's like a fucking fitness guru, right? Like, I don't know if I told you about this kid, but it's actually a pretty fucking cool story. Like, so he was my college roommate. He was a great college hoop player. He's like 6'6", and gets a job as like a Wall Street trader. I don't know if that's exactly what he was, but like he'll correct me, I'm sure. But he was making some big fucking bank. I'm not even talking about like living in Melrose in a nice house bank. I'm talking real fucking money shit, right?
Lincoln Sudbury shit.
Yeah, like Winchester shit, Lexington shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, anyways, but he was like burned out like 5-6 years ago, I think it was, and he was always into like ever since I will give this kid like he was always the hottest worker at whatever he was doing, like fucking grades, whatever. Anyway, so he was started doing this like kind of getting into like fitness coach and stuff online. I'm kind of like, we've seen everybody with a Beachbody account, fucking right. But anyways, he's like, he gave up his job. I'm sure he had enough money to he's set. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, but in fairness to him, like the guys he was working with, like they're like, when's the next time I can get a Bugatti? Not like, oh, I want to fucking hang this up at 43 or 42 and then like take a bet on this, right? So he's got like this niche carved out. And basically he's got a great podcast. I'll plug it for him for free. Success Lift. Well, it's not free because he's giving me something for free. Yeah, he's got a really cool podcast. He focuses on like mostly like guys like who are like Wall Street type guys, but like they're like fat shits probably, and they can't get they crush their financial world, but they can't get their fucking regular life in order. Yeah. So because he knows he's been there. So anyway, so that's what he does. But I was like, hey, what do you think of this? And like running shit by him, just texting him like, hey, I'm doing this in the gym, doing that in the gym. So he's like, let's do a phone call next week, or I'll just set you up. So motherfucker like makes me a full video like a week and a half ago, right? He's like, oh, first of all, he's like, send me a picture with your shirt off. I'm like, you really want that, right? And he's like, trust me, I got enough in there. I'm like, don't be cracking stick to that shit on the side, right? I don't know if you're a chubby chaser or not. So
Keep your sunglasses on.
yeah. So anyways, he like, dude, kid fucking sends me like, and now he charges people a lot of money for this. I am personal friends with him. I'm like his fresh air program kid, right?
Yeah.
I'm like the kid, like, what do they call it? Little big brother, big brother? Like, I'm that for him. You know what I mean? So anyway, so he's like, because he's a good shit, so he's helping me out. So he sent me a full fucking workout regimen, right? So now, right, like I was already pretty dedicated and I've been locked in. But now I'm like, I can't let my boy down, right? Like, I'm this fucking kid is like hooking me up.
Went out of his way to.
So what am I going to be grabbing the fucking Cheez-Its tonight? No way. You know what I mean?
I'll take the Cheez-Its.
You can take you can go to better metabolism. You're 35.
I'll take the Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I'll take the fucking
Fucking love Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its.
So good.
Tommy Ahern can live off fucking Cheez-Its. Live off them. By the way, I got to give a shout out to Mike. Tom, he's been fucking, dude, they have an after school conditioning program. This is turning into like this is the success level of Brian Panuzza, my boy. But like, they have an after school conditioning thing. He didn't want to play lacrosse this year because he just was tuning out on it. He's all about football.
Kid either.
He's all about football.
Same.
So he's like, I'm like, you just can't sit on the couch. They have an after school, like, they lift and then they do like conditioning. It's like a 2.5 hour like daily workout.
Doing it every day.
Every day, he doesn't miss a fucking day.
Love it.
Like, and he's like, some days it's down to like 4 kids. Like, it's him and 3 other kids.
All right.
Just burning it up.
Yeah.
So, shout out to him because when I was that age, I would have been probably saying I was going there and then going to my buddy's house and fucking eating Cheez-Its.
Real quick about Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
Their competitor, which is like a far, far south competitor.
Yep.
I still love them and I crave them once in a while. Cheese Nips.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
they're not a bad alternative.
Or better cheddars. I used to crush those too.
Cheddar's not
That
bad.
is fucking bottom barrel shit. That's what you get at like the food pantries when you're dirt poor.
Dude.
They're like circular discs.
So here's the funny thing. So growing up for me, I did not grow up like poor or in the projects. I grew up very middle class, but my mother didn't really like buy us.
She wasn't for the name brands.
No. She didn't buy. No. We didn't get any real junk food. Like it just was like we get some chips and shit, but like it just wasn't kicking around like that, right? Like wasn't like soda in my house really, like stuff like that. My buddy, who was like my best friend growing up at that time, his mother, they lived in like a 2-bedroom apartment with 3 kids. She was a single mom. It
was like Willy Wonka.
It was exactly, and she basically like would just fill that house with the cheapest food that she could feed her kids with, which is usually that type of food. Mm-hmm. So like I ate all that shit like as a kid. Like I drank so much fucking like Stop and Shop brand or whatever brand it was, Damula's, whatever it was at the time, like soda. Like I don't think I ever.
The minute you crack those
2 liters,
instant flat.
Oh yeah,
Instantly flat.
They got like no combination, dude.
But for some reason I've talked about it on here before. Raspberry ginger ale from Stop and Shop slaps. The only thing better than it is the Schweppes one. But
raspberry ginger ale is an underrated drink. Dude, I can't believe I've never made an alcoholic beverage.
I've told you about my email, right?
No.
So I always wanted to know why they didn't sell 20 ounce bottles of raspberry ginger ale. So I emailed Schweppes. And they're like, we do sell them, which just like not in the Boston area. I'm like, well, make it the Boston area.
Yeah.
I'm going back and forth with Mrs. Schweppes.
I love it.
Because I can't walk around. It's not like normal for me to walk around with a 2 liter of, I mean, don't get me wrong, I can crush it, no problem.
Yeah.
It's probably a little bit better if I walk around with a 20 ounce bottle of it.
But yeah, so let me ask you this before we get into talking about the masses, but like, have we ever talked about like best snack foods?
Yeah.
Like watched a movie, best foods like that?
Yeah, we have.
Like,
but I'm all about food, dude. We can do it again.
Candy. Like, I'm not even talking about candy. I'm talking about like.
Chips, popcorn.
See, I'm always a
ice
popcorn
cream.
guy. Like, I love popcorn. That's like my fucking shit.
I wish I knew you when I was selling popcorn, and I know there's people on this podcast that know exactly what I'm talking about. It was called That's Our Elephant. It was a fundraiser. Instead of fucking selling calendars or cannon in front of a liquor store to get 10 cents out of a guy, it was all off social media. And you were basically asking your friends to buy this popcorn that was ridiculously priced. But it was a fundraiser.
Yeah.
You only had 3 days or like 72 hours to sell as much popcorn as you can. and it was a competition. So like the top 3 would get, free registration or whatever, $100 off. And it got down to like me, Julie's family, and a kid that we don't really talk to anymore.
Yep.
And it was a bet. Like we didn't talk to each other.
I can imagine that Julie would move some serious
But
popcorn.
here's the thing. So if you don't start it, all right, so you get the 3 cans, right? It starts when you start. So it ends when you end. So if you're the last person, like I was the last person, when they were done, I saw what I had to
you knew
what I had to beat.
Okay, I got you. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, my sister Tammy, Bible thumper, she came in and bought like $300 worth of fucking popcorn.
That's a sister,
dude. But it was so fun. Like I was sitting there watching it like it was the fucking Keno numbers. Dude.
Yeah,
watching it go up and down, up and down, up and down. But like 3 bags of popcorn was like $75.
Yeah, I mean that's pricey, but like when my buddy was selling the cookies like for his daughter,
Yep.
I'm like, give me 2 fucking things. They're like $40. Whatever.
But this was the thing, dude. This popcorn was the best popcorn I've ever had. They had this like fucking,
was it like pre-bagged?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't huge bags. It was a fundraiser, dude. So you know what you're getting, right?
Yep.
It's just like fucking when the girls are in the mall and they're selling 2 cookies for $5. You're like, wait a minute. You know what I mean? But it's a fundraiser.
Dude, go ahead.
This popcorn was fucking. I wish I still had the app.
Was it like yellow buttery or was it like?
There was so many flavors.
Oh, okay. You get
So many
different
flavors. Like they had a chocolate one, dude,
Yeah.
that would blow your dick off.
See, here's the thing. I'm not a multi-flavored
You
popcorn
would,
guy.
I'm telling you, you would be.
Okay.
I'm telling
All
you,
right,
you would
I'll trust you. I would try it.
There's got to be someone on here that someone has a cheerleader or maybe another
Yeah,
football
that's had
program that's doing it, and
Yeah.
I will buy it, and we will just sit here and fucking crush popcorn. It's
Yeah.
so good, dude.
I would love to try that. The best popcorn I've ever had, and it's not even a fucking question, is Salem Willows in the summer. Like,
Real good.
my old man will slice a throat for a box of Salem Willows. Fucking. So if you don't know what the Willows, obviously a lot of people listen to this that aren't in this part of the country. Salem Willows is like literally a throwback. You can Google it. Old school fucking like strip arcades and like little kiddie rides and some dumpy like places. But at the very end is like the original, like say from the 20s or like maybe the fucking teens. Like it's almost like looks like a gazebo type of thing.
Yep.
And then inside they sell popcorn and taffy. And that popcorn machine, like they're like, oh, that pizza oven's so good because it's seasoned.
It's seasoned.
This thing has been fucking churning out popcorn like fucking forever.
Dude, there's so much flavor in that thing.
It's like the best. Every time we go to the Willows, my dad's like, bring me home a box. I fucking absolutely love it. It's the best popcorn in the world.
I love like.
By the way, Willows is a wild place. I grew up going there because my mother's from Salem.
Yep.
So that was like where we would go. Like, I'll just tell you this: like, if you go to the Willows, you're pretty much guaranteed to see one person who has half an arm all day in a wife beater with a bunch of tattoos.
Yep.
You will definitely see a little person.
Yep.
For whatever reason, they love the Willows. There's always a little person there.
Yep.
Bikers always there.
Yep.
Taking their wives for a hot chop suey sandwich.
That's back, by the way.
I know it is. Yeah.
It was called Salem.
Ginseng or something like that.
No, it was called Salem Low.
Salem Low.
Yeah.
That's right. Sorry.
Yep. Chop suey sandwich.
Chop suey. My mother's been. I've been getting chop suey sandwiches. I don't even like them. I still get them.
No, but if you see them, I mean, it looks like throw up. Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like worms on a bun, and then you squirt a little soy sauce on it.
That's it.
It's really like the poor person's food.
Yeah, it's
like a saucy bun. Do you remember saucy buns?
Yeah, just a sauce sandwich.
Yeah, because you couldn't afford like.
Yeah,
It was,
they sell them at the corner store for like $1.
yeah, because you go to the sub shop and you couldn't afford a meatball sub because
Here,
you were a kid.
Get your fucking palate
You
wet.
got a saucy bun,
Yeah.
and sometimes if they were nice, they'd throw a couple of slices of provolone on
Yeah.
there, and you felt like a fucking king.
When I was in high school, speaking of Salem Willows, a couple buddies of mine were like, hey, let's go to, I was the only one with a car.
Yeah.
I had a 94 Toyota Camry. I had a piece of wood holding up the window. My radio got stolen from when I was in school. It was like the total piece of shit.
Yeah.
Right? But it was my car. It was,
Sure.
You know, everyone chipped in for gas. So a bunch of my friends, they were like, hey, let's go to Salem Willows this weekend. So I'm like, all right, I'm all jazzed up to go to Salem Willows. I wake up at like fucking 8 a.m., pick up all my boys, head to Salem Willows. No one in the car decided to tell me that it was Black Weekend at Salem Willows.
What?
Happens every year. I've since been there once
Oh,
before.
and all your friends are black.
All my friends are black, but all their families were already going there,
Yeah.
and I was the only one in a car. Like I remember who was in my car, and I'm like, wow, man, like just in my head, I was like, there's a lot of black people today. And then there's like banners and fucking, it was insane. I had to fucking blast. I mean, I was right at home. Let's not kid ourselves. But like a warning would have been nice. Like,
Yeah.
I don't think they would like it if like I walked in and I saw a whole bunch of Confederate flags. Dude, I was thrown off guard. Thrown completely off. It was just me and like whatever baby mother was there that was white. Like that was it. It was taken off by a little bit, but I don't know, 15 minutes later, I was doing the cha-cha slide.
I love the Willows. By the way, I almost gave you a Bud Light while you were in here.
Yep.
I've been thinking about this whole thing, right, with the trans cans.
Oh, dude.
So, all right, here's the thing. First of all, I don't pay attention to the news at all. I purposely, one thing I probably mentioned it on the show, but like, I don't watch the news because the news bums me out.
Yeah.
So I avoid, like, there'll be people be like, do you know what happened with fucking this person? And I'm like, did you see what Biden said? I'm like, nope, and I don't want to know.
Yeah.
Like, I,
Change
in
the
general,
subject.
want to watch, like, I don't even want to know. And I know people are like, well, that's a dumb way to live your life. You don't know what's going on in the world. You know what? My life's better for not knowing, so
Right.
that's what I like. Anyway, so I didn't really pay attention to it. Come to find out, obviously, fucking every beer company pretty much has done this in some way to do the diversity thing, right? Like, I don't drink Bud Light, so it's not an issue for me, right? I do think what annoys me about it isn't that it's a trans person doing an ad for Bud Light. I could give a fuck.
Right.
There's a lot of frauds and losers that do fucking Bud Light commercials, and not to say that person is. I'm just saying there's plenty of fucking people that hate that do Bud Light commercials or whatever, right? What annoys me is that people don't get, like, these companies, and that's just what annoys me. Bud Light doesn't give a fuck about trans people. They just don't.
No, they don't.
And neither does, any other company give a fuck about you, me,
Nike.
whoever. They
Same
don't give a
thing.
fuck. What they give a fuck about is how are we going to
Image.
present ourselves in the best image? How are we going to do this? What's best for our bottom line?
Right.
If
If I had to guess, right? Total guess, never Googled it, right off the top right now. If I had to guess, they said, hey, you're our spokesperson today.
Yeah.
Here's one check and you're done. Like,
I think that's probably what it was.
but you're never going to see like,
it was like a TikTok ad, I think. That's
Yeah,
what I
but-
heard.
I mean, people have lost their minds over this.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not, like, first of all, the way I saw it, for some reason, now, like I said, I fucking probably saw some meme that I saw. But, like, I thought it was, like, the person's picture was on all the cans. And I'm like, that's wild.
Everyone thought
That's
that.
a wild take.
Everyone thought
I'm like,
that.
that's going all in, Bud Light, you know?
Everyone thought that.
Yeah, I mean, listen, everybody likes Bud Light. I don't like it, but, like, everybody loves it. So, and I will drink Bud Light. So I'm not saying I won't drink it.
But I don't think, again, my opinion, I'm not into fucking analytics, right?
Yeah.
I don't see them losing or making any difference in their numbers of what they sell.
No, not at all. And I do think, like, when I first looked at it, I
Guess
did
what?
say, like, why don't they, and I do believe this.
I bet you they were the number one fucking Twitter topic for 5 days in a row.
Yeah, it worked.
Yeah.
I do believe this, though. I do think, like, and I said this on a text thread with me, you, and I think Fitzy and Clarky, where I was like, how about Bud Light try, like, just, and this is not against anybody they would have as spokesmen, but, like, how about put fucking Danny Gillis, Clarky, and Fitzy on the cans who actually drink the beer, who are the ones who are fucking, like, supporting the fucking thing. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that's mutually exclusive. Like, don't put this. I'm just saying, like, how about give some of those people a fucking nod? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, yeah. But no matter which way you spin it, if you're with it or against it, it's either way, for it or against it. Me and you, the people that are just sitting here, just minding our own fucking business, it's getting shoved down our throats either way.
Yeah.
That's what drives me nuts.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Yes.
It's just like, let's just move on.
Yeah, and I
Why
thought,
do we care about Kid Rock teeing off on a 30 rack? And he's calling himself grandpa? Like,
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
I don't know. The more I thought about it, like when I first initially thought about it, I have to admit, like I just heard it, and then I thought this person's in all the cans, and I'm like, that's kind of a wild thing to do. And I was like, I don't know if I like this. Now, I am, like I said, I know trans people who are like kind of extended family members who are fucking awesome people.
Yeah.
Like, and I have no, like, so, you know, I'm not going to sit here and have some dumb debate about it, first of all, because I'm uneducated on all of it anyways.
Right.
Other than the fact that if you're good shit, that's great. If you're not, I don't give a fuck.
You respect
know what
me,
I
you
mean?
respect you, and that's it.
The more I thought about it, the more I'm like, what do I really care? Especially once I knew more about it, like it was a TikTok ad. I'm like, by the way, our listeners are going to be like fucking sending me text messages like, you loser, like you loser, like whatever. I don't care. I just don't care. And I think that like if you're a fool, if you think they really care, like who the person is.
Well, put it this way, right? Last night, and I made this a status, so if you're friends with me on Facebook, you've seen it. I bartended a banquet last night.
This was hilarious.
I bartended a banquet last night. Now, here's what I love about banquets. So last week I did 2 banquets.
Yep.
Right? And we're not going to mention the schools, but it was 2 schools last week and 1 school, or a bunch of schools this week. All basketball. The 2 from last week, I sold, I'm not kidding, maybe a total of 10 drinks in two different, it was awful. Awful. And I don't know if it was like they were scared because it was like.
In front of the kids?
No, but I'm not going to mention the school, but the 2 last week were high schools. So like if you're going to drink in front of your high school kids, I'm sure they've seen it.
Yeah.
Buddy, last night was like 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and the parents were just flocking to me. And I'll tell you what, I fucking respected it.
Yep.
How many times are these parents out nowadays on a Monday night with call them friends, compadres, whatever, and they were just going nuts. For like the first, I'd say an hour and 10 minutes, I was slammed. I was Brian Flanagan and cocktail, baby. But there was nothing I gave more away, well, sold than Bud Light.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Wasn't even close. I said it to you when this whole first thing came out. I said, Bud Light can have a can fucking rifled with dildos on it, rainbows saying I love cock on it, and I would still have a 6-pack. I don't care. I like what I like.
That's a can they need to work on right now.
Don't care. Do not care. 4 kids. I'm totally fine with my sexuality. I have gay, lesbian, fucking everything under the sun.
Yeah.
I am not going to let a fucking can bother me. Sorry.
No. And
I don't think.
But she's not even on the can. That's the thing I've come to find out.
You don't have to go on fucking social media. I'm done with Bud Light. See you later, dude.
Yeah.
See you later.
Yeah. Meanwhile, like I think one of my brother-in-laws is like, somebody's like, how's he feel about it? And I'm like, I think he's in a Cadillac with Kid Rock throwing Molotov cocktails at fucking the facilities.
I just, obviously, like, that was just a video for pure relevancy. No one's ever talked about fucking Kid Rock since Trump lost the last election. Like, stop, dude. Why are you trying to be this political fucking character?
We talked about this before, and I don't want to spend all the fucking time talking about the shit that annoys me anyways, but like.
No, but it's a current event. We should talk about it.
Like, I just feel like when, like, and I know, like, me and Fitzy have talked about a bunch. Like, it's like, I don't want to, like, it goes both ways, I guess, right? Because these people are entitled to their opinions. Yeah. So, like, we live in America. I'm not there to tell Kid Rock how to do it, tell whoever the other guy is on the other side of the aisle how to do it. I can tell you this. Like, there's a guy that was my favorite singer-songwriter. Wasn't even fucking close. I saw him like 6 times in concert, Jason Isbell. He's fucking great. I still think he's an unbelievable songwriter. He is a massive, like, he's massively just like a very, very liberal person. But, like, he just uses Twitter as his pulpit for that. And Kid Rock's the opposite side. He does the same thing with however he does it, like shooting Bud Light cans like a jackass, right? And both of them equally fucking annoy me.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, even if I agree with certain things either side says.
Alyssa
I'm
Milano,
like, this is fucking annoying. Exactly. Like when your whole fucking personality becomes tied up in like an ideological belief that like you really aren't even participating in other than voting.
Not fun.
You know what I mean? It just isn't fun for anybody. The party's over.
And I will say,
definitely not Black Day at Willows. You know what I mean? It's not that.
I will say what I find hilarious is like, and again, we bounce back on topics all the time, but I have a lot of friends that have entered the fucking system.
Sure.
Who can't vote, and yet they're on social media like, this is fucking done. Not vote for this guy. That's good, dude. You can't even enter the voting booth. You can't even enter it.
Yeah.
The cops get their eyes on you the minute you walk into that old age home to vote. Get away from me.
Yeah, I mean, look, the thing is, like, even people who I'm friends with, like, I have some close family members and friends who are very conservative, and they have very liberal friends. It's like, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like,
it's where we're supposed to live in.
That's what I'm saying. It's like this, I don't know, social media, whatever. It's like, I'm like fucking old man shaking my fist at the sky right now. Like, you damn kids. Anyways, so let's get back to the Masters.
So at the end of the day, yeah, we are. But at the end of the day, if that was a cold Bud Light, I was drinking that instead of these. That's all. That's all.
100%.
I'm still Team Bud Light.
Yeah.
Fuck off.
I thought of something. So I watched the Masters, right? And somebody wrote, I'm going to let this person be unnamed. There's nothing more boring than watching golf than having people listen to talk about it, because I said we're going to talk about the Masters.
Yeah.
When I say we're going to talk about the Masters, I'm going to give you a fucking shot-for-shot replay of fucking John Rahm's round.
Yeah, we're not going to be quiet.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
And this is.
I'm talking about a great product put on television, sporting product, and on your phone all day.
Yeah.
that nobody else can seemingly replicate for the
Betting?
U.S. Open or anything. Betting on it, the whole thing. I'll start off by saying this. I bet on Brooks Koepka, $75 to win $3,100. My other buddy did that, like, we're all in the Fantasy Football League. Gentile and all them are on this text thread. So I announced on day 3, I'm like, if Koepka ships this fucking thing, he's getting a fucking custom plaque up in this garage with him getting the green jacket, a lifetime membership to the Longhorn Lounge, and I'm going to write him a letter on letterhead that tells him he's got lifetime membership. And unfortunately, he now is a lifetime ban from this fucking garage. So I did hedge my bet. I bet Rahm on before the 4th round, which didn't pay close to that. It was just like more to like get my money back.
I do love that both times DraftKings tried to give you a fucking offer. You told them to fuck off.
I could have cashed out at $800.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I'm,
Oh, it was
I'm
3
riding
times.
with my boy.
So I've only seen,
760, like 450.
I saw the 450 and like it was like 100 or something.
No. This was like, they had it up to like, it was up to like 850 going into the, I think going through, when he was up 4 strokes. And I was like, I know I should cash that out.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a dummy. People are going to be like, that's dumb. You're right. I should lock in a win. But you
Right.
know what? I think it's more fun. I want to ride with my guy.
Sure.
Because he wasn't getting a picture up in here if fucking, now he's
If he
never getting a
cashed
picture
out,
up here
yeah.
now. But now I'm kind of like,
You should put it up there upside down.
he's kind of a prick. So, like, it kind of made me like him that everybody was hating on him.
Well, dude, you know what they kept saying? Like after shit hit the fan. So round 4 was about to start. He's like,
Yeah.
how you feel? He's like, I feel wicked confident. I'm great.
I was drinking the Kool-Aid.
Buddy, that's the last thing you got to say.
I know, but like I was drinking the Kool-Aid. I was like, I would have.
That's the last thing you
Dude,
got to say.
I was like, put Brooks Koepka on a Bud Light can. Like I was ready to fucking do anything for this man, right?
I do have a slight conspiracy, though.
Okay.
That dude was riding for 3 days. Riding. Koepka.
Okay.
What if someone from Live was like, we can't have you win this. Here's a little fucking side cat, hush money on the side.
I mean, he hit a fucking ball to a place that nobody's ever hit a ball in the first tee.
On day 4.
But then he made par.
He
out of
made
it.
power out of it.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. I think because you can't say the moment got too big for him. The guy's won like multiple
3 or
majors.
4 majors,
Yeah, 3 or
yeah.
4 majors. Rob's a badass. Let's talk about the course a little bit. I want to tell a quick. I don't think I've told this story. Maybe I have, but if I did, fuck off. You listen to it again. My buddy comes in here. I went to college with this kid. Coaches lacrosse at Melrose with me. Great fucking dude. And he's been working at a certain company for a long time, and he's done really well with them. And he calls me one day. He's like, dude, you got to get a golf travel bag? I'm like, yeah. He's like, because he barely golfs. He's like, so gets a call from a very big wig at this big company he works for. And he's like scared shitless to call the person back. And they take a certain amount of up-and-coming people that they think are really, like, you know, going to be something in the company. And they bring them to Augusta for 3 days. And they fucking play golf at Augusta. Now, playing golf at Augusta is like a impossible place to play. You have to know a member. Of those members, how many people do they even fucking take to this thing, right? So he went, stayed in the fucking cabins, ate dinner at the fucking place, played golf for 3 days, and he kind of stinks at golf. He's like, it was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
So he brought me back. It's probably one of my favorite things in this garage. If you notice, there's 2 ball markers in the corners, and they say Augusta National. And the thing he said to me is like, when they give them to you as a guest, they tell you, you can't get these when you come to the Masters. These are only given to people who play the course. They're not given to the fucking people who walk around and watch the fucking tournament.
Right.
You can only get them if you come with a member and play. And these things fucking hang in this fucking garage.
So I'll have something for you next week. So in the Union, there's a huge fucking hobby with like people giving pins away. Remember how Jumptown gave us one?
Yep.
Dude, I got an Augusta one from the plumbers down there, and it's fucking sick.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
So it's like, it looks like their logo.
Yeah.
But instead of a golf club, it's a pipe wrench.
Holy shit.
fucking sick.
Are you serious?
I'll give it to you. Yeah.
Oh, yes. We'll
It's
hang it
awesome.
up in here.
It's awesome.
You know what? I got to drill a hole for the, I still have, it just sits in my car, but the IA golf tournament. I have that one. It's kicking around.
Yep.
So a couple things I got to say about that tournament that just fucking are so cool. First of all, they kept all of the fucking sandwich and drink prices pretty much the same.
Yeah, but I remember one part of I don't know if it was day 2 or day 3, I forget. But you know the big dude, I don't even know who he is, but he was like the spokesperson for like whenever they did something off the course.
Okay.
Big dude with the glasses. He's like
probably
mixed.
the president of the club or whatever.
No. This guy looks like he was found at Malden Center. Like he's not an attractive human.
Okay.
But they had him go through the line and pretty much pick out everything.
Okay, yeah.
For whatever reason, like my volume went out. So I was trying to read his lips. It was at my house. Like my TV was, I have a Fire Stick, so like the fucking volume went out. But he was still talking. I'm like adding up. And I like everything was like under $30. But I don't know. Something about like me looking at that food, I'm like, yeah, this is less than $30 like
type of food.
Yeah,
but the point is that obviously like so is the shit that you get at the Boston Garden, but they charge you fucking $40 for it.
Yeah. But like I don't know.
It's almost like a flex of being, this is how rich we are.
Right, but how?
We basically can give this to you guys.
And then they're like, here's a pimento cheese sandwich. What the fuck am I going to do with that?
Dude, I'll tell you right now, I'd be eating the fuck out of those things and gassing beers. Do you know why the bags are green? I found this out the other day.
I don't.
Listen to another podcast. Bill Simmons podcast. They have like green sandwich bags that they give you for your sandwich. The reason it is because if you're holding it down next to you or you put it on the ground, it meshes in with the back. And so it doesn't look like people are holding sandwich bags and shit. It just meshes in with the rest of the course. Isn't that fucking sick? It's like camouflage for your fucking sandwich.
I imagine if it was like tinfoil or something, I think the golfers get fucked up too, no?
Yeah, exactly. So exactly.
Prism
that's
style?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How's that word?
Another thing that I was thinking about this because I'm like, you know, it's funny because it's obviously a course primarily started by all old white rich men. That's pretty much what it is. I mean, they do have black members now. They do have female members, but like that was you had to kind of twist these guys' arm, I think, to get to that point. Now, not speaking for the modern day members or anything like that. I don't know any of them, never will. But I'm saying that like that's just the lineage of that club, right? And I was thinking like with all the cancellation of the words in the world, like you know, like I was hearing that read an article that they're gonna in the computer programming world there's a term called slave. Like it's a slave thing because it like follows whatever the orders are that you give it. It's this part of code, right?
Yep.
Masters is a kind of an unfortunate name for this tournament.
Not a good one. Not
you know
a good
what I mean?
one.
Like I'm just shocked. I think they're so rich and just so probably elitism that they'd probably just be like, yeah, fuck off, we're not changing it, so we don't give a fuck. So
yeah, it's it's not a good look.
I'm sure that wasn't the origin of it, but like
Probably was though.
maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. That's something I got to look up.
I don't know. Yeah, but I was like in the car sitting outside softball at 5:14 and it came to my head and I'm like, that's kind of a rugged one.
I know for a fact I've talked about my time in Denver, and I've talked about my nephew's wedding and Peyton Manning and whatnot.
Yeah.
For a kid that never thought he would be anywhere near a golf course in his life 5 years ago.
Sure.
And now I love golfing. I'm trying to get better at it, blah, blah, blah. This place, Cherry Oaks, which is we're not talking Augusta. We're talking a serious golf course, though.
Sure.
Like I said, Peyton Manning's there. Like, I never felt, if this makes sense, I've never felt more uncomfortable, but comfortable at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, how to, I don't know, kind of like a strip club, back room.
Sure.
Like, you're uncomfortable, but like, you're like, I'm supposed to be doing this. Right?
This
Something like
isn't
that.
good, but it's good.
Right. Like you're not supposed to be there, but you're there and they got comfy lazy boys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I never once my brother explained to me like how a clubhouse works.
Sure. With the no money exchange.
No money.
And all that. Yeah.
But like how much it was a year. Like
Sure.
to be on a waiting list
Yeah.
was crazy to me.
Yeah. Yeah. See, I just think
And I'm talking to these people. I'm talking to them like they're fucking normal people, and they're not normal people, Brendan. They're not normal. They're zillionaires.
No. See, the private club in Melrose Bellevue, which is a great course.
Yep.
I love it there. A lot of my friends are members, and they love it up there, and it's great for them. It's really good for people who like aren't from here too, and like, and it's great for like Kevin Mauer's a member, and he fucking just plays a million rounds of golf, and he loves it, right?
Yep.
I just don't. And I've almost tried to join a couple times, get on the waiting list, and then I always back out at the last minute. I think I just like don't see myself as a country club person.
No, I think me and you would both be fine. But
I would be fine, but like I just don't. Here's part of my problem though too.
Like you have to go there X amount of times for dinner, right? Like is that how it works?
Yeah, and here's the problem for me. I have addictive tendencies. I talk about this all the time. One of the reasons I have not drank on Sundays most of the time lately is because I'm not a guy who can have 3 fucking drinks on a Sunday.
Right.
It's not. I'm a fucking 13 on a Sunday, and then YouTube till 2 in the morning, and then I'll deal with it tomorrow type of guy, right? Discipline for my lack of discipline, as my boy Jim O'Malley would say. originally from Father Fitz, R.I.P. Anyways, but like I know my lack of discipline. I work for myself. I have a couple guys that work for me. And like I need to put in as much time as I can when I can do it. I have a flexible schedule, obviously. But the devil in my head would be like, you can get 9 in right now and then make calls in the afternoon. That would turn into 18, turn into fucking 12 fucking craft beers on. I would be
It'd ruin your life.
340 pounds, bankrupt within 2 years, and pretty good golfer. That would be the result of that experiment. Anyways, but back to country clubs. I think it's just like one of those, I think it's amazing. I think they put on, I just think it was such a cool thing to watch all weekend. You know what I mean? Like, it's the start of spring. It's like the sun's starting to come out. The clocks are fucking forward. It just feels fucking good. You know what I mean?
Here's one thing that took a drastic turn. How about the trees fall left and right?
Nobody got hurt.
No, nobody got hurt. But here's what I another status I put up. Why was there like chainsaw crews there immediately? It's a conspiracy, dude. I'm telling you. I'm turning into Jumpman and fucking McCracken because there's no way. Why was there 5-6 people with chainsaws like that automatically?
Yeah, there probably is a conspiracy. By the way, Jumptown didn't even reply to my email that I texted
I know.
tonight.
I saw that.
But he left a voicemail this week.
Want to know why? He's working on other shit right now. We're on his back burner.
Well, I want to get him and McCracken on together.
Yeah.
Because although Jump was like, yeah, I've heard that dude on the Euro podcast. I don't know if I buy like, whatever. I'm like, this could end up in a fist fight. Because McCracken's crazy and he's crazy. And I'm like, this fucking thing could explode.
I watched that whole thing happen and I go, it was like a pit crew.
Yeah.
They came out with the helmets on and I was like, immediately I was like, they're going to sell this on eBay. They're going to sell a piece of this fucking
Remind me cheeseburger. I'm doing 2 ads right now, but just remind me to talk about cheeseburgers.
Sure.
All right. Lily Peas Chicken.com. If we weren't doing the podcast tonight, I'd be there picking some bluegrass tunes. They have Bluegrass Tuesdays. They have a band usually Friday or Saturday. I'm working on scheduling another podcast / band night for us. I'm going to be doing that soon.
Beautiful.
We'll be back home where we belong. Chris Paz is executive chef. Man, myth, legend, absolute legendary person, one of the nicest people you ever meet in your life. The best man to ever cook a piece of chicken, in my opinion. Greatest shishito peppers you've ever had in your life, 50 Binney Street. That's 50 Binney Street, Cambridge, Mass. Your parking will be validated if you eat and drink there. Also, you can go to Hub Hall if you're going to the Bruins to watch them kick somebody's ass. It seems to be happening every time they go on the ice.
Well, listen, I'm working on it right now, but I might be headed there for C's because I told you my buddy's got some.
Oh yeah, you got to connect that. I can't even. Maybe someday we will talk.
No. But this is
a different one.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is I'm doing his bathroom right now.
Okay. Yeah. So 50 Binney Street and Hub Hall, Bella's roast beef and seafood. Seafood or pizza? Why am I blanking?
Seafood.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Anyways, Bella's roast beef. They just won the fucking Beef Madness. Okay. Our guy Harry and his wife Sandra, who is one of the sweetest women you ever meet in your life. Harry's the best. I've been in it twice in the last month, by the way, on my diet. That's basically the only thing I cheat on my diet is I drive fucking 40 minutes to Bella's and I crush a beef. Me, Fitzy, my old man has been up there. I met Fitzy's son, by the way.
Yep.
Connor, absolute gem of a kid. I think I said this already, but he just crushed fries. I love the kid to death. Bella's roast beef, bellasna.com. That's Bella's North Andover. 1211 Osgood Street. An absolute great spot to get a beef. Everything they have there is good. I recommend the pizza roll. I think that pizza roll is absolutely fucking phenomenal. They're now serving their beefs on brioche buns. Eat a brioche buns. They are fucking ridiculous.
I'm going to read you my whole text thread when you're done.
And that's it. Go see our guy Harry. Go ahead.
So my buddy JJ, avid listener.
Yep.
Baldwin kid, electrician. He's working up in the Tewksbury area. He calls me, texts me at 12:10 today. Tewksbury area, where am I getting a beef? I said, no brainer. Bella's is around the corner in North Andover. Get there, son. He goes, I'm on my way. I said, drop a poll in the cork and tell Harry I said hello. I guarantee it'll be a favorite. I will do for sure. Shit, I hope so. I've read a lot about them. I said, Junior is a stack, by the way. Absolute stack.
Facts.
He goes, I'm just letting you know I'm a big Mox guy right now because he was working in Wellesley.
Oh, Wellesley. Yeah. This must be good.
I haven't been there.
Sure.
So he goes, but I'm a big onion roll guy. And I said, before you get the onion roll, I go, he's been doing this new brioche roll that I haven't tried yet. I know you always got your eyes on the onion roll. I said, but fuck it, grab 2. So he goes, there's 8 people in line right now, but this shit's moving quick. Sends me the picture. He only got one. He got the onion roll. He goes, this thing is fucking incredible. He goes, I'm probably not going to eat dinner. He goes, but that's a 9.87 all day long.
It's dude, I ate one the day me and
he goes, he was mad busy. Didn't look like he was in a good mood, but he knows that I was there for you guys.
Dude, I went up there with Fitzy and got a big beef.
Yeah.
And obviously I'm not eating as much as I used to eat, so... But like Maggie the next day was like, did you eat last night? Because I had guys in here. It was the night we came in here for the Final Four or whatever it was, the tournament. And I'm like, no, I forgot to eat because I was fucking stuffed. I ate that sandwich. That was what I ate for the day.
Right.
With about 1,000 millilitres. But you know what I am going to do next time I go up there, though? I'm getting a fucking onion roll. I haven't had a beef on an onion roll in like 4 months because I've been getting just big beefs up there. And I do miss an onion roll every once in a while. You know what I mean?
Onion rolls are great.
Onion rolls are fucking great.
Fucking fantastic.
You know, they are really good. And I'm going back for
good.
it's giving me an excuse to probably go up there on Saturday. I'll just be
But you
honest
know
with
what, though? I do got to try that brioche.
That brioche is fucking ridiculous,
Yeah.
dude. It's like it melts in your mouth. It's
I'm a brioche guy to begin with.
yeah, it's
You throw some of fucking Harry's fucking...
magic fucking beef on there. It's
How
fucking
are ya?
unbelievable. Yeah. All right. We'll do a couple of ads in a little bit too. Cheeseburgers. So I was listening to Bill Simmons' podcast. Shout out to there's a free ad. He doesn't need it. One of the biggest podcasts in the world.
But just in case.
But he had his guy on that does his golf podcast, and then he also had David Chang, the chef. You know David Chang, the chef? He owns all the fucking awesome places there. And they were just talking about like what he would put on the menu for the Masters dinner and stuff or whatever. Somehow they brought up cheeseburgers for a minute. And this is what he said. They were talking about best fast food cheeseburgers. And David Chang, who is like a GOAT chef, right? One of the most renowned chefs and restaurant owners in the world. He goes, I'll be honest with you, I'm taking my kid to the drive-thru a lot. He's like, I've had it all. In and out, everything. He's like, McDonald's cheeseburgers don't fucking fail.
They don't.
He's like, they are fucking pretty much a perfect little cheeseburger. Like, they're fucking not too big. They're not messy. They are always fucking good. They had never fucking
Get the job done.
Dude, I'll tell you right now, I've always been was it a number 2 back in the day? 2 cheeseburgers and...
Yeah, dude.
Dude, that was my meal.
That was my meal.
I never
That was my
fucking
meal.
deviated. As I got older, once in a while...
This is gonna blow a lot of people crazy, but you know why. Everyone knows why, but I've never had a Big Mac.
Because of the mayonnaise type base sauce.
Or the fucking 1,000 hour, whatever you want to call it.
The special sauce.
It's come. Sorry. I've never had a Big Mac. I've always wanted to try. My son's going through a growth spurt right now.
Yeah.
He's definitely hitting puberty. He's starting to smell like Italian subs.
Yeah.
He's crushing Big Macs.
Yeah.
Like for Easter, the bunny brought him a couple fucking
Gifts,
$25.
yeah.
Pretty sure they're gone. It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's Tuesday.
Yeah.
He's just fucking riding his bike, crushing Big Macs.
That's a man after my own
Yeah.
heart.
Except I got to show him the fucking documentary Supersize Me before he dies.
Yeah.
Can't have it every day.
He's going to be like, what? Wasn't Terrell Owens? Was it, who played for the Pats? Who was like, used to be nasty. What's his name? Played for the Bengals.
Ocho Cinco?
Yeah. Well, Ocho Cinco used to just, that was his own diet. It's like McDonald's.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, it doesn't affect me. And then like 2 weeks later, he sucks at football. Like,
He beats his wife.
yeah, and he beats the shit out of his wife.
Sorry, that's not funny.
It is though. Anyways, not that he beats his wife, but just that he's a piece of shit. Anyways, I was just thinking that was funny because I love fucking. By the way, you would hate. I didn't even send you a picture of it because I knew it would fucking make you so upset. I like to celebrate the Masters, and actually, transfusion's really not a Masters drink. I think it's a Bay Hill drink.
I've never heard of him. Oh, you're talking about what I said?
No.
No, remember?
Oh, you thought it was up. I said I need a transfusion. You're like, yeah, you need that
here's
IV.
where we gotta go.
I'm like, no, I need the drink. Which is, if you're making this at home, grape juice, ginger ale. By the way, the pre-made Barstool mix, although I drank 8 cans of it,
I'm looking at it
is
right now.
trash.
Oh, they're not good?
It's not good. Just go get yourself some Concord. That's why it fails. You need Concord grape juice.
Okay.
You need fucking real top. That's the fucking
Welch's?
Heinz ketchup. Yeah, like Welch's. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, when you were a kid, did your parents have those like tubes of juice in the freezer?
Yeah, the
Like
frozen
the
shit?
concentrate.
Come on, dude.
What happened to those, dude? They were good.
Those are the best.
Those were fucking great.
Sometimes I take them out, leave them out for like a
They're
half
like a
hour.
pop.
It's like a slushy.
Yeah.
It's the best.
Yeah, they were kind of good if they were like halfway mixed. You know what I mean?
Best, dude. Oh, I'm going to grab
Shit
some
was
after
a
this.
sugar bomb.
Oh, whatever.
Anyways,
what a
so you
throwback
take
Thursday.
grape juice, right? Take vodka, take some ginger ale, mix those together, and blow your dick off your body.
Never
it's
had
an
one.
absolutely phenomenal drink because it's got the grape flavor. Yep. It's got a little of the bubbly from the ginger ale, a little tang from the ginger. It's absolutely one of my favorite drinks. I crush those all day. But also with that, a big sandwich at the Masters. I don't want to see you throw up. I almost can't say it to you.
What do you got?
Egg salad sandwich.
Oh, you fucking freak. You fucking
Dude,
freak.
I'll tell you right now, I hammered an egg salad. I had a picture queued up to send you, but I did not do it to you.
Dude, people send them to me all day long.
Yeah, I know, but like I didn't do it to you because I was like, I wouldn't want that done to me.
There's a guy down the IA who did this. I'm not kidding. I'm trying to think of like when cell phones like started getting like quality video.
Yeah.
That's how long it's been. And this dude has saved it on his phone that long. And every once in a while, he'll just send it to me. And it's a dude taking a chicken finger and just dunking it in mayo and eating it. And he sends it to me like once every 6 months randomly.
Dude, I don't
just
even
to get my fucking.
I don't bring it up with you, but like I could dip fries in mayo. Like
You're an animal.
I fucking love it.
You're an animal.
You know what? Because I went to Europe. I would tell
Animalistic.
you this. Where I found out about this fucking thing was that I went to
Brazilians.
Europe. No, I went to Europe when I was in high school. They had this thing called a German exchange program.
Brazilians will dip anything in mayo. Anything.
Dude, it's the same thing in Europe because I went over there. I was in high school. By the way, this is before the fucking internet and shit. Like, you didn't know what they're doing over there.
Right.
Other than the fact that they had a bad racket with the fucking, with the Jewish people at one point. I didn't know anything else other than that. Go over there, and the kid takes me to this fucking place. He's like, you want to get some fucking Fritz or whatever the hell they call them. And then he brings over, I'm like, you got ketchup? And he had ketchup with mayo. And the ketchup tastes like worse than mayo to you probably.
Yeah.
It's not ketchup. It's like fucking, it's more closer to like James River or something like that. But not good.
About to say,
They dip
I'm
them
like, you
into
kinda got me.
into mayo, and I'm like, kind of into this.
Madman. I just remember in high school, like there was a rule. There was a rule, and I still remember this. I graduated in 05, right?
Yeah.
You get your tray of every day. I got fries or chicken wings.
Sure.
And for whatever reason, Malden High had the greatest fucking lunch ever.
Yeah.
Their fries were awesome. But you'd sit down, and whatever fry fell out of your tray,
Yep.
or out of your box and onto the tray, there was free game for anybody that didn't buy lunch.
Okay.
So if it fell out, like if you were picking it out and it fell out, it was like fucking seagulls at Revere Beach. They would just grab it and fucking. But every once in a while, they would actually fucking go in and spend their $1 out of their fucking pocket. And I'll never forget who I love this kid to death. He trained my son. He's from Haiti. He's the Haitian sensation. He went to UTEP, played fucking Division I football. He took mayo, ketchup, and he mixed it, which is, I've seen it done before.
Yeah.
But the way that he dipped it, like he got his fingernails in it and fucking, he would start, he'd dip all the way in, right? Now, people watching, but I need you to visualize if you're just listening. He would dip all the way down to his first knuckle, and he'd be about 18 inches away and huck it in his mouth.
Oh,
like
God.
it was a fucking sport.
That's grossing me out,
Like
dude.
it was a sport, dude.
Jesus Christ.
So shout out to Winston Jude, man. That's my dude. He would dunk, lift up about 8 inches or so, and just go and catch every one of them. It was like a Harlem Globetrotter, dude. It was like a trick every single fry.
Back to the Masters for 1 second. That's disgusting. But I'm just picturing that fucking kid just chucking them into his
He's
mouth.
unbelievable. He's the best. If we brought him on this podcast, not to like get weird, if we ever brought Winston on this podcast, everyone would cry at his story.
Yeah.
He's like, they could make a Netflix fucking movie
about
on
his
kid.
life.
Oh,
Yeah.
love that kid. He just eats disgusting.
Yeah. He's probably not. That's the other thing. When you've lived that life, you're not worried about Bud Light cans really too much.
No, he don't give a fuck.
All right. So I looked up some different facts about the Masters.
Mm-hmm.
This one's great, and I know this is true, and I'll tell the story afterwards. First of all, I am fucking so upset that I'm not going to fucking Hilton Head next week. Other than the COVID year, for the last 6 years, we've gone to Hilton Head every week of April vacation. And I got to the point where I'm like, this is too expensive. We can't really swing this in Maine and every other thing we do with, kid in private high school and all this shit. And so I would be like, if you want to go that bad, Max, I'm like, we got to drive. You know what I mean? She'd be like, by the time you get down there, it's the same price. I'm like, really not. It's $3,000 to fly, and it's like about $800 worth of gas. Like, doing the whole thing, right? So anyways, we drove. It is fucking miserable, but I don't care because I'll drive to go there. And we would go to
is South Carolina, right?
Yeah, but it's like down by Georgia.
Yeah, but dude, so I did that drive. I'm not trying to interrupt your story like I normally do, but the two worst states to drive through is Connecticut and North Carolina.
North Carolina's miserable.
Dude,
there's
it
nothing
doesn't
like
stop.
It doesn't end.
Doesn't
fucking end. And
you start seeing shit for south of the border in like fucking Rhode Island.
The worst part of that stretch of North Carolina and South Carolina
So bad.
to Hilton Head takes longer than getting to Virginia, basically.
Which is nuts, dude.
Yeah, and then getting through Virginia is the worst. Getting through Virginia is just horrible.
I disagree there. I think Connecticut's so bad because it's so small, but the way that you have to get there is from that, it's diagonal.
Dude, I could do, this would be not good podcasting, but like I could do an hour on like the best ways to go up for, anyways. So we've been going every year. Maggie's best friend lives there. Her husband runs a bar. We stay at this place on the beach. And it's like my favorite week because it's like, then we go to the Heritage, the golf tournament, and he gets me fucking bracelets to get into the fucking shit that poor people don't get into, right? And I'm not supposed to be in there, but I get in there because he hooked me up, not because I don't have the whatever. Free food, free booze, whatever you want. I'm not going this week, so I'm very fucking sad about that. But he did tell me an awesome story, and it relates to this story. So I read this, that Augusta National, in its efforts to make the patron experience as enjoyable as possible, has acquired a fair amount of property in the surrounding the club so that it could offer free Masters parking to patrons within a reasonable walk of the gates. As expected, the club has been generous in its offerings and has met little resistance, with one notable exception. A small 3-bedroom home belonging to Herman and Elizabeth Thacker sits smack in the middle of the activity. Despite repeated attempts of the club to purchase it, the answer has always remained no.
Fuck yeah.
A polite no, but a firm no. Herman passed away in 2019. Perhaps it's because they're hopeful one day to have their own Masters participant as a house guest. Their grandson is on the PGA Tour, Scott Brown, who's yet to be playing the Masters. Now, there's a guy that goes down to my buddy's bar.
I'm
all with these people.
Thacker guy. Lifetime membership.
There's a guy.
Even though he's dead.
Oh, he's got a lifetime membership. Yeah, his ghost can come in anytime he wants.
Just gets in the door, Patrick Swayze style.
There's a guy that like my buddy who lives in Situate. Took me to this Dunkin' Donuts and like, I don't know if it's Cohasset, I think and there's these just gorgeous houses, right? And then there's one, they're all up on this hill. It's almost like one of those new development type things. Huge fucking houses. And then there's one kind of dump
it's just not.
In the front, and this guy's been like, just, no, fuck off, not selling it. Like, and puts up signs and shit, like, don't even come to my door. Like, I'm like, I love this guy.
Yeah.
Like, just an old fisherman who's like fucking sick of the world changing. That's my type of person. That's why I'll never be rich, because I'm the type of person to be like, fuck off! Yeah. Anyway, so there's a guy that comes into his bar, and he's from Augusta. Now, to people who don't know this, and I don't know because I haven't been there, but like I know from people who know, like the strip before Augusta is basically like Route 1. It's like a Hooters. It's like, it's the fucking chintziest shit you've ever seen in your life.
Right.
And then you take a right, and you're in fucking just Magnolia Lane and fucking Amen Corner, and it's just like heaven, right? So this dude... he owned property surrounding Augusta. And so over the last 20 years, they've been buying up property so they can extend it and they can change holes and they can have more room for cabins and shit. So he sold his parcels off like one block at a time. And like every time he sold them, he would be like, I want 2 tickets for life to every day of the Masters. And they would be like, yeah, fine. So he basically has like 20 tickets because he sold them 10 parcels of land. So like my buddy Sean who runs that bar is like, dude, if you want to go, we can go. He's like, it's kind of like weird because he'll usually split them up into half days. So you got to
telling me you can go to the Masters.
Well, he said, this is a while ago too, because he was almost saying it like we used to do at the movies where you rip a half a ticket and like, he was like, because they'll come out in the afternoon and you can use their ticket for the afternoon. I don't know if that's how it works anymore. It seems like pretty locked down there now. But like this guy, like he's been like a few times, like because this guy comes to the bar all the time. He's like, yeah, just take him. He's like, you can go. And they went and dude, I have like 2 friends who've gone to the Masters, like not to the main rounds, but they've been to the practice rounds because that's usually where you can maybe score a ticket or a client might take you. And my buddy was like, dude, you just never see anything like it. Like it's like you said, there's guys waiting with chainsaws in case something happens.
So like, what is? And I got a rough idea. What is a median ticket for the Masters? $5,000?
I have no idea, but like I would guess $5,000 or something like that is my guess.
So,
but you got to win the lottery, and then I mean you can buy them obviously because somebody can sell it to you.
Yeah.
But like on the secondary market, I'm sure. But like I would guess it's got to be $5,000 on the secondary market.
So it was
like
on
a Super Bowl ticket,
right?
Essentially.
It was on Sunday, and I forget the guy's name. He's the Indian dude. Probably had the best shot of the entire fucking Masters this year.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
I know what you're talking
Yes,
about.
him.
Yeah.
He had the best shot, and he probably had the worst shot too.
Yeah.
Did you see when it went into the stands and he just heard bong?
Yeah.
Like, what happens?
Well, I don't know. Brooks Koepka's fucking dead hook drive.
Oh, that
probably
was
the worst.
that was so. I was like, oh my god.
I thought that was Jonathan Moraes.
I was so. I was so fired up for you. I'm like, dude, Brooks is gonna do it.
No.
And then this thing just veered off and hit fucking Newton, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I was like, well, it was a good run.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. So ticket prices.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it's probably the same cost as going to like the Super Bowl.
All right. So obviously, I would never pay that.
No, I would never pay it.
But a sponsor, something like that, they want to take me, sure.
Oh, I mean, listen, if Harry really wants to go, you know what I mean? Like, we don't want to say no to him, you know what I mean? No, listen, I mean, I'm just the type of person where I honestly, obviously, my dad was like, I won the fucking.
I just had to get up and scratch.
Because there's a lottery.
Scratch my balls.
There's a
real quick,
lottery that
sorry.
you probably are never going to win, right? Because there's millions of people trying to get the tickets. And then you have a chance to purchase them for regular price, right? Which I don't think is like exorbitant, probably like $250 a day or something like that. Like if my dad won the fucking thing, or if I won the lottery, I would go. You know what I mean? Because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yep.
I'm not, even if I was fucking, I mean, maybe if I was stinking fucking loaded. Like if let's say we were making fucking $500,000 on this podcast, I'd be like, yeah, let's just write it off and go down there. We'll report on it afterwards or whatever.
Throw
you know what I mean?
stickers all over Augusta.
Yeah, they'd love that. It'd be fucking handcuffs within 12 seconds. But no, I would go. But like I said, like I'm one of those people. Like I also like watching it on TV. I like watching it with people on TV. Like I loved having people in here on Sunday and just watching the Masters. Even though Brooks didn't fucking finish the job because he's a fucking choke artist fraud fuck.
He's a live guy, dude. He's NWO.
I know, but I kind of like him now. Like I can't help it. He like kind of gave
NWO.
me, dude. He gave me a rush all weekend. I was on a rush all weekend.
I was on a rush for you.
Yeah, I didn't win, but like that's what gambling is.
John Murray is fucking. He was like, dude. There's a lot of
Did he have it too?
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a
Yeah.
lot of people that did.
Yeah. Anyway, so I would go, but like to answer your question, see, I'm the same way with like I'd be more likely to go to that than the Super Bowl.
See,
But I'm more into golf than I am into football.
and you know I love football.
Yeah.
But I think I would rather go. So like that's $5,000 a day or for the weekend.
No, I think if you wanted to go on Sunday and Saturday, maybe you'd be like, maybe it'd be $5,000, something like that.
Okay.
For 2 days. I don't know. Like I
But
said,
I honestly, dude, I've been to football games. I've seen how the football games
Yeah.
work. I would rather watch that on,
I'd rather watch it on TV.
On TV.
Yeah, it's just a better take on TV. Watching golf
Now-
live is cool. Like I've been to a couple tournaments.
Now, that being said, right, we get fucking tickets. We're going to the Pats. It's that
Yeah,
simple.
of
It's that
course.
simple,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We got a good fucking deal. We're going to the Pats.
Sure.
But my buddy Mulkey, who listens every week,
Yep.
he was at the U.S. Open in Brookline.
Yep.
And that full swing, he told me this. So the full swing episode comes out with a dude, Fitzpatrick, I think, won it.
Yeah.
Ball comes flying, hits him in the foot. Like, he's like, they knew that they were recording. He was like,
Yeah.
I'm going to be on this fucking documentary. Mulkey's foot never made the documentary. Never made it. It was like right in front of him. He was like right there. Mulkey's not a small kid.
Yeah.
He was like, we're going to be on this fucking thing. He goes, I watched 8 episodes. I wasn't on the fucking thing at all. But that's how cool it was. I'll tell you the worst thing about the U.S. Open in Brookline this year. I was working.
Not a good place for a U.S. Open. It's just not.
Well, have you been there? It's called the golf course, right?
I've been by it, but I've not been invited to play.
But, and I'm going to sound real petty here.
Yeah.
On break, I go to Dunkin' Donuts.
Yep.
Right? My mobile order was fucked up for a week because these people could not figure out how life worked.
Yeah.
And I just, again, call me petty, call me a little fucking weasel. I don't give a shit. I have X amount of time to get from point A to point B and enjoy my break. And they just couldn't figure out how life works.
Yep.
Big city. It just wasn't, it was weird. But I was like, I fucking hate these people.
I know my dad went and like.
Oh, he went to the Open?
He went to the Open, so we invited him, and like he would have rather watched it on TV. If I'm being honest, like he had a good time going, but he's like, it's not a good place for it.
I would
whatever,
definitely do that once. I told you, I'm going to Notre Dame this year.
Dude, that's gonna be unbelievable. But
I cannot wait.
The Hilton had one. You get on a bus right next to your hotel. You go to this beautiful course on the ocean. All the areas to walk around. It's not super duper crowded, like crazy, and it's just a party. And it's like fucking, that's how I want to go see a golf course.
Yeah.
I don't want to go in fucking New England.
Now, that being said, I love a party more than anybody. I don't think I would like that Waste Management one anymore.
Too much.
I think I'm past that.
Yeah, I'm past that too. All right, here we go. I got to do this before I forget.
What do you got?
We got ads. J&L Energy. Okay. Mass Save Partner. If you were down with insulation situation,
You already know.
you already know. This is our guy, Sean. He's boys with all these guys. Actually, he's part of their company. So, Sean, they're a Mass Save partner. You know how it works. You've been paying into this shit your whole fucking life. If you're paying into National Grid, you're paying into it. I just got Mass Save stuff done. And you get breaks on it, obviously. These guys can help you get those breaks. If you are fully covered, they're going to give you a $100 gift card, right? If you are a corker, they're going to give you 10% off, all right? By the way, if you're thinking about doing this shit and you like this show, like our guy Brian Bach down in New York, just send us a message. Thanks for the free content, boys. Happy Easter, right?
Man.
So here's the free content. Now you give us you do me a favor and Danny a favor, and you fucking call up J&L Energy and get them to blow the fucking insulation in your house, which you're barely going to pay anything for. It's going to make your house way more efficient, right?
70 degrees out today.
Now's the time to do it, right? Do this for us. You know what I mean? Call them, get a fucking estimate. They'll tell you how to do things. You're paying to do it anyways. J&L Energy, 781-428-3388. 781-428-3388. Save.jandl@gmail.com. All right, now the next one, Therm Pros. This one chaps my ass. My father goes, I really hope your contractor who's doing your basement doesn't listen to Pulling the Cork. I got a feeling he doesn't. I just doesn't seem like a Pulling the Cork guy to me. I'll get to that in a second. Therm Pros, 617-990-6755. Thermpros.info@gmail.com. Fully licensed construction company, A to Z, soup to nuts. These guys can handle all your construction needs. Additions, renovations, new homes, roofs, sidings, basements. Doesn't say that on here, but I guarantee they do.
100% they do.
Siding, all painting projects, and I like to read this part. I don't know how to say this because we got everything good, but our painters are the fucking best in New England. That's a fact. So when I need to get my downstairs painted, when I have money ever again in my life after this fucking basement, which I don't know that's ever going to happen, these are the boys I'm calling. They're going to fucking, like I said, they can do the Sistine Chapel ceiling on your fucking,
bingo,
if you want, okay? Free estimates, projects big or small, whatever you need. Therm Pros can make it happen. Corkers get 10% off their discount off their project. Again, Therm Pros, 617-990-6755. Thermpros.info@gmail.com.
Last, certainly not least, my man Tony, Anthony, AJM, Plumbing and Heating. You know what he's doing. He's doing like, every week I do this. And he goes, hey, by the way, it just went up. He's up to like 150 fucking.
Yeah, positive Yelp.
He's
5-star
out
Yelp
of this.
reviews.
He's out of this world.
Yeah, guy owns Yelp.
He's
fucking owns Yelp.
Guess what? He's doing Yelp fucking boilers right now. He's just crushing it right now.
Yelp calls him to do their boilers.
That's
That's how good he is.
Yep. A Machichi at ajmplumbingheating.com. That's AMICCICHI at ajmplumbingheating.com. He does it all. Like I said, we were just talking about insulation. This is the time to do your boilers. This is the time. Listen, you guys want to do renovations, you got to have the right people on board. This is my man. I'm looking at all his stuff right now. I'm looking at a wall-hung boiler right now, 3 zones, no big deal. Buddy, if you want somebody to fucking spray paint your back fucking piece of plywood, I know a guy.
Yeah.
That was me once upon a time. All right? That's some fucking apprentice shit.
I got you.
All right?
Yeah.
But listen, clean work, honest work, North and South Shore. He's been crushing the South Shore lately, crushing it. But he will go anywhere. He'll do whatever he got. Dude,
love it.
Man's a hustler.
Okay. Last thing I'm going to say about my contractor, who I'm going to assume doesn't listen to the show. Okay. Contractors in general usually not Therm Pros. These guys fucking will tell you what's going on when it's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
I know that. Okay, we know this. That's how they do it. But this guy, he's like not here for like a week, right? Guys show up on a Monday. First of all, they showed up on Good Friday to drywall the basement.
Yeah.
Okay? Now, it doesn't occur to me until they fucking drywall the basement that my hose shutoffs to my hoses are in the fucking ceiling.
Ew.
Okay? So then I see the guy, because now they're going to see it. Now they're going to like plaster it, right? So I go down there. I'm like, dude, hey, I texted him on Easter. I'm like, hey, like, they were supposed, like, they should be leaving access in there,
Access panels,
right?
absolutely.
So I'm like, so now he comes in the other day and I'm like, I need a hose. Like, what else am I going to do without a hose, right?
Right.
So he's like, all right, yeah, I'll open it up. Doesn't open it up. I showed him where it was. Now, I'm guessing where it is, kind of. Like, I don't know by the fucking pinpoint where the shutoff is. It's not like right next to the fucking.
That's just dumb on his part, dude.
100%. And like now I have
12
to
by
call
12 access panel,
Dude.
no big deal.
Now I have to call him again because now he's gonna have to open it up and he might have to do more work. But that's his problem, and Thurman Bros wouldn't do that to you. I know
Right.
that for a fact. They wouldn't make that mistake.
Rookie shit.
Rookie shit. Okay. So, anyways, yeah, I had a blast watching the Masters. We had a great fucking Easter. Food was off the fucking hook. Mac and cheese. Fucking.
Dude, Christy made a mac and cheese. Christy never makes baked mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Never. She like if she did, I don't remember it.
Sure.
This baked mac and cheese was fucking,
Phenomenal.
and I don't know if it was the breadcrumbs that did it,
Yeah.
but dude, whenever I make cutlets, right?
Sure.
We talk about potchies all the time. I always get their breadcrumbs. It's just convenient. I get there, I get the cutlets because they're already sliced in. They're big. I'm like, yeah, I need breadcrumbs.
Yeah.
Get their own breadcrumbs, no big deal. I use 4C breadcrumbs. Well, she used 4C.
We'll
on it.
see. We're talking fucking Heinz ketchup shit, like I said.
Good stuff, dude.
Yeah.
But she never makes baked mac and cheese. So every other time, and again, you can have a mediocre baked mac and cheese. I'm still gonna crush it.
Yeah.
Dude, this
Salt
was
it up a little bit.
unbelievable.
Really?
It was so good.
I'm getting
so
jealous.
good. The other thing is, again, it was just us. The size of this ham that we got,
Yeah. It's too big.
I mean, I ate ham the last 3 days.
Yeah.
Sunday, Monday, today.
Yeah.
And there was my kids are so dumb. They don't do leftovers.
Sure.
They're just dumb.
Yeah,
I was that kid too. They're gonna learn one day when they realize there's nothing in the house.
Yeah.
And you have to make do.
Yeah.
Right? But there was so much ham left over and it killed me.
Dude, it kills me. So Kevin Meyer always talks
It's
about
like a
this.
25-pound ham.
Dude,
chip.
and here's the thing that kills me is like, like I said, I've been really diligent about like kind of not eating like shit. I haven't wanted to. So like I put my feedback on Sunday. I'm not a communist, you know what I mean? Like I'm a goddamn Catholic, kind of. And I like crushed ham, whatever. Like we got fucking awesome like cured meats. Like I went to Pache's, I got the mortadella, everything's good, right? Fucking like, but like Monday comes and I'm like, well, I can't eat that shit. I didn't really feel like eating it anyway, so I ate it the whole day before, right? But now it's sitting in the fridge. And I fucking hate when food's going to go bad.
I know.
You know what I mean? It just bugs me out when like,
Well, because
you're
we're
like,
paying for it now as adults.
exactly. And I'm like, you know, dude, I think I told you this, but like a couple months, maybe it was a month ago, but like I've been like for whatever reason, I was just going out and getting salads every day at lunch just because it was easy.
Yep.
But then I like one day I'm like, what am I doing? I'm like, first of all, it takes me like 20 minutes to get to the fucking wherever the salad place, Sweet Green or whatever. I'm paying them fucking $18 to make me a salad that kind of sucks, if I'm being honest.
That's $18 for a salad in most
It's
places.
like $16 or something like
fucking
that.
insane.
Plus a
You
drink.
should stone cold stun at everybody.
I know. But so
rabbit
now
food.
I've been like
And I
bringing,
love salad.
now I've been bringing my lunch every day, like old school, like just making a wrap, ham cheese wrap, you know what I mean, with a little fucking yogurt. And I'm happier than ever. Like I'm like, I know what I'm getting today. I don't have to stand in a fucking line next to some asshole. Listen to him order the fucking kale garden fucking country home Caesar that he's gonna get, right? And then be like, can you hold the croutons? And then I have an allergy. And then I want to fucking smoke his face right into his salad.
Get it.
So I don't do that anymore. I throw on like fucking YouTube and watch like some guy give a golf lesson. And I eat my fucking wrap and my fucking yogurt in about 13 seconds.
Brown bag.
And I'm back to fucking work.
Love it.
Like I'm becoming more efficient.
Dude, every time I went out and like bought a new lunchbox. I did everything.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden the guy's like, we're going out to eat. And I'm like, all right,
See,
I'm in.
that's what I'm saying. I told Fitzy this because I'm like, I can do this because I work by myself.
yourself, yeah.
So I don't have anybody to go out to eat with.
Right.
So like the only time it ever happens is if, like Kev Maher lives in Wakefield. So if he's ever like, hey, meet me at Public Kitchen, I'm like, yes, I'll go
Right.
there. I'm already sitting here waiting for you. But like if it's just a regular day, like I'm just like, I'd rather do that. You know what I mean? Like, because what we're going to do is sit by myself and not, you know, if I'm not drinking. Like I love going to a bar by myself. Like
Yeah.
we've always talked about that. But like I'm not going there to drink because I got to go back to work.
Right.
So whatever. So anyways, I've been brown bagging it. This been fucking old school. And you know what, dude? Now the crazy thing is, I didn't know this. So my son, forever, Maggie's been making the kids lunch every day, right? Girls have gluten allergy. They have celiac. So they have like whatever they get, salad or whatever. Tommy gets a sandwich. All like last 3 weeks, he's like been not bringing a lunch. And I'm like, what are you eating at school? Like, 'cause he doesn't have any money, you know? He's like, oh, they give you lunch now. It started during COVID. They give you lunch. Like, lunch is free. And I'm like, so you can get like chicken nuggets or whatever they have. And he's like, yeah, so I've just been doing that. I'm like, keep doing that. I'm like, that's fucking, it's a nice budgeting move right there. Like, I didn't know that.
Another thing COVID has started not related to food, but I just found out somebody that went for their permit.
Yeah.
You can take your permit test at home.
Yeah. Just not your license test.
How crazy is that?
It's my daughter did. Did you know that? Now, I don't know if this was in existence because you're so much younger than me, but so in my experience, you go to driver's ed at school, right?
Yep.
That was where it was. And then you go get a permit, and then you go get a license, and maybe it's $60 to $80 for the permit, and then the same thing for the license. When Maggie was like, oh, she's going to start, my daughter's going to start driver's ed, I'm like, okay, cool. She's like, yeah, it's $1,000. I'm like, $1,000? I'm like $1,000, $1 bills.
When I was in driver's ed, I think it was like $450, and I just remember because my father wrote the check and I had to bring it in.
My question is this, 'cause this baffles me. Is there a program for people who don't have $1,000? Because like I kind of didn't have it when I had to pay.
Well, here's the thing: is driver's ed mandatory?
Yes, or your insurance is like crazy.
It goes through the roof.
Yeah.
Right. So because it's not mandatory, I think that's how they get away with it. So you pay this one-time fee, and it like kind of helps you out with your insurance.
Yeah. She's been kind of lackadaisical getting her, and I'm kind of like
my daughter's 16, and I've been telling her since she was 14. I was like, I'm going to take you out driving. Like you have to get experience before you go behind the wheel.
Yeah.
She's did like a golf car. Like she knows the basics.
Yeah.
It's my own fault. I've yet to take her behind the.
Yeah, same with mine.
So it's nice out. I'm gonna. It's up top now, right? We gotta get. You know, we'll hit a cemetery somewhere.
Yeah.
But she was like, I'm gonna look at cars. You know what the audacity this fucking girl had to come down yesterday and show me? Yesterday.
What?
She's like, she goes, you know, you said like your SUV's too big for me, and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, you just need like a small car. She goes, how about this one? She shows me a $62,000 Lexus. I go, that's what you want? She's like, yeah, I like that. I go, start saving.
Yeah.
Not a fucking chance, lady. You're getting a hoopty.
Dude, what else would you get? Like,
I'll tell you what, a $61,000 Lexus would be a better answer. $62,000, dude?
Dude,
She's like, it's used. I go, that's not how it works.
We had this conversation because, like, you know, I would love her to have a car because she could drive herself to, I don't have to fucking.
She can deal with the traffic.
Exactly. But, like, first of all, she doesn't have a license yet, so it's not a problem yet. But, like, she's going to get it soon. And then I'm like, we kind of need a third car, but I'm like, we're getting a shitbox. Like, you get that. You know what I mean? Like, well, that's what we're getting. I'm not you think I'm going out and financing a new fucking whatever, a Ford Fit or something like that?
I'll tell you what, though. I just told you about my first shitbox.
Yeah.
There is nothing better than having your own car.
I agree.
Nothing.
And dude,
it could look like complete dog shit. When she gets those keys, it might as well be a fucking Cutlass Supreme, dude.
And here's the difference, though. Like, because my other two kids go to school in town, it doesn't matter. It will never be as big a deal for them. She can't go to shit most of the time because, like, I have to pick her up, and
right.
I don't like giving up my Friday nights all the time. But, like, you know what I mean? Like, her friends live in Wilmington. They live in fucking Andover and shit. And, like, that's like a pain in the ass. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So I want her to get her own car. Now, the thing is this. This is the last thing I got to say. She got her job today.
Where at?
For the summer.
Well, tell me afterwards.
Yeah, I'll tell you afterwards. It's a good job. And it pays what a job pays nowadays.
Yep.
Right? Like $16.50 an hour or whatever. Yep. She's like, I did the math. That's going to be like over $600. And I'm like, yeah.
That's what you think.
And now I'm thinking to myself, that's going to be great car money for this car that you're going to buy yourself. It's going to be fucking unbelievable.
Oh, my daughter said, she's like, I want to buy my own car. Because, like, dude,
But what can you, I think you have to pay $10,000 for a shitbox now.
You might be able to get something a little fucking. I mean,
really?
It's going to be a shitbox. Don't get me wrong. It's going to be a shitbox. But I bet you can get something cheaper.
You think so?
Yeah.
Like, you know what you need to find. And, like, it's hard to find. You need to find the kid who has a grandmother who's, like, doesn't drive her fucking Corolla. Dude, and she's like, oh, here you go. And, like, sells it to you for, like, $150.
I'll tell you who won the greatest lottery ever. My brother-in-law, Jovan. So my aunt and Bridget and Molly listen to this.
Yep.
Their mom, my favorite aunt ever. I've told about it. My Aunt Norma.
Yep.
She passed away. She had a Lincoln. I think it was a Lincoln, or it was like one of those fucking long boats, bro.
Yeah. Love those.
Bailey drove it. She ends up passing away. So, like, there was an inside joke when we did, like, Cousins Night. She's like, just so you know, Auntie Norma was going to sell this to Jovan for $1,000. It's the biggest steal ever.
Yeah.
Like, not on purpose.
Yeah.
But, like, Auntie Norma was, like, the greatest human ever.
Sure.
And then she just dropped the price a day before she had happened to pass. So, like, she was going to sell, I forget, say it was, like, $4,000.
Yeah.
And she was like, I'll give it to you for, like, $1,000. And like everyone's crying. I can see my sister Darcy like, just so you know, it was 1,000, not 4. You know, I'm like, that's just how Darcy is.
Yeah.
But this car, I don't know, 4 miles on it.
Is he still driving it?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And that's the other thing I was gonna bring up, but Giovanna's in a golf league at Mount Hood on Thursdays.
Oh, nice.
Broke the color barrier. Broke the
Is it
color.
all white league?
Pretty much, dude. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. It's in Melrose, right?
What's it for?
There's a league out of, I think it's just like a Mount Hood league. I don't know. I know a lot of people in it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not like out of a club or anything.
Sure.
You know who else is in it starting this year? Our man Keith.
Nice.
Dude,
He loves golfing, dude. I got to play golf with him.
I tried to get him golfing. You know what he said to me? And I loved his fucking honesty. I'm like, buddy, it was last Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, do you want to golf Sunday? I got an open spot. He goes, Danny, I'd love to golf with you. He goes, but I'm getting fucked up Saturday. I'll be trash. he already had his mind set up. He was going to be, and he was noodled.
Dude, he was down in Florida. He was playing Pine Hills the other day, this kid. Like fucking living.
He sends me, and I know you don't have Snapchat. He sends me today was our first best day of the year, right?
Yeah.
He has a bottle of aloe this big.
Oh, because he's got a fucking monster sunburn.
Dude, he's purple. I'm like, how did this?
That's real Irish skin.
I'm
right
like,
there.
how did this happen?
That's real Irish skin. I got to think about that for fucking. It's gonna be 75 when I'm golfing on Thursday. I mean, but you want to get some color too. You don't want to get.
But I explained this to him the other day. I go, I don't turn tan. I said it to Sean,
Yeah.
Insulation Situation
Yeah,
Sean,
yeah.
and Dell, who you've met.
Yep.
But I'm like, dude, don't let the dark hair fool you. I go, I am not happy underneath these fucking clothes.
Yeah.
I turn red and then
Yeah.
I turn fucking milky white.
Yeah.
It's gross.
Dude, my poor son Tommy, he's got alabaster skin. Like they could like take his like. I'm convinced that like he has some vampire in his like background. Like
me and out of all my kids, me and Bailey are fucked.
Yeah.
Like I've been fucked.
Yeah.
But Bailey, she got no Puerto Rican skin whatsoever.
Yeah.
She's white as could be. Brendan's like a fucking caramel macchiato.
Yeah, he is.
All my kids, Riley's getting a little. It goes like, I don't know. Ziana and Brendan are like the same complexion. Riley's like in the middle, and then Bailey's the poor girl is screwed.
Yeah.
Screwed.
Dude, it's funny because it doesn't have any rhyme or reason, right? Because I'm pretty. I mean, I don't really tan.
Right.
I get a little bit of color. My sister and my father get color. Maggie's like me, kind of the same thing.
Do you always forget to sunblock your feet?
100%. Dude, I never sunblock shit. And then, dude, I'm guaranteed for. I don't actually. I should say I don't mind it. I expect it. I expect that I'm going to go somewhere and I'm going to get drunk and forget to put it on. And then Maggie's going to be like, you're such an idiot. So I just live with it. And that's part of my life.
Yeah.
But like my daughter, like my youngest daughter, Addie, she tans. She's like crazy tan.
Yeah.
Like, and Tommy's like I said, he's
Milk.
like, yeah, he's like, it's beyond, like he should be in like fucking Bram Stoker's fucking Dracula. like he just came out of a cavern.
Milk of magnesia.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All right, dude. I think that was good.
Awesome.
That was great.
Yeah.
We're back.
How much was that? Talking about golf, making people
That
laugh.
was a fucking while. What time did you get here?
6:30.
Yeah, so an hour and a half.
Yeah. How are you?
That's fucking just rolling out of bed.
Yeah, no big
rolling
deal.
out of bed.
Hey, Golf Network. If you want a couple guys,
That's right. If you want a couple of guys who can do a thing, all right. By the way, also a lot of feedback, a lot of positive feedback on Josh the Ironworkers.
buddy, nobody, and I mean this with all due respect to all of our guests. I think he took the title.
I don't think it's even close. I mean, people were saying, I had a bunch of people texting me who, like, I know them from knowing the show, but, like, I've never met them. And they're like, does that kid still live at home after that episode? Like, so the background there is, first of all, the next day, I run into a Trader Joe's with his wife, and I'm like, oh, what's up? He's like, I've never been in the store before. Of course I run to you. And she's like, all our friends thought it was fucking hilarious. First of all, to know him is to know that he says that shit kind of because his wife kind of thinks it's funny too.
Yeah.
Like, she kind of gets the joke, you know what I mean? Obviously, he's fucking around, you know? I mean, he will say whatever the fuck he wants. It was absolutely hilarious. But people kept being like, is that kid still married? Like, I can't even imagine. Like, even people who know him will text me, they're like, dude, I think you gotta cut those parts out. I'm like, he absolutely said, do not cut anything out to us.
I remember.
He was like, do not cut that out. So anyways, yeah, he was great. He's a crowd favorite. He was like, I can't. He's like, I'm having trouble keep listening to it because I think I sound like an idiot. I'm like, people liked it, dude. I'm like, they thought it was very
Loved
funny.
it.
They thought it was great.
I had Snapchats of people crying in their car. People crying in their car laughing.
I was laughing my fucking balls off. It was fucking awesome. He's the best. But anyways, we're gonna get Jumptown back on soon. I know he's busy. Oh, by the way, we forgot. Oh shit, can't go yet. Hold on, put your headphones on.
Oh, we do have voicemails.
We got caught up. You know, we were
It happens.
we were chatting.
Talking about golf.
All right, here we go. You ready?
Yo! It's your man, Adam Jumptown. Long time, no talk. So here we go. In case you don't know, now you do, your man, Adam Jumptown, is up for the running for the most valuable North Shore beefer. I'm going to tell you something. I should have had this one in the bag. But they got to make it a competition for Jump because Jump takes over things. So they got to make it a little harder, trying to get people to bite the hook a little longer. So, guys, I ask everybody out there, all my Paul in the Court family people, if you're part of the North Shore Beef page, you vote Jumptown. I want your vote. And if you're not part of the beef page, join that beef page. Pow! And vote for your man, Adam Jumptown. Keeping that quality high, because we don't know.
But we do.
Sausages here.
Which, by the way, when I found out, was that our only one?
Yeah.
All right. When I found out it was a competition, I'm like, I don't understand. They don't want Jump to win, bro.
Yeah.
The world doesn't want Jump to win.
The world doesn't want Jump to win, but that you can't keep Jump down. It's physically, it's a scientific impossibility.
Buddy, this is Rocky in Russia.
Yes, it is.
He's got pictures of everyone in the mirror, and he's just ripping them down as he fucking crushes Beef.
If you're not on the North Shore Beef page, you should join there, and you should vote for Jump. He is our guy, obviously. I don't even know who else he's up against because I don't really even give a fuck.
I know
who they are. I looked at
No, I do too. But, like, this is no dig towards anybody else. Like, we fucking walked with the man Joven to whatever the hell the place was.
Oh, yeah. Pivot McGee's.
Yeah. He's that guy.
Yeah.
Dude, I got no beef, but I'm like, dude, this is like when fucking Stone Cold won his first title. Dude.
Exactly.
Like,
It's overdue.
It's overdue.
It's like when they give, like, a guy who's been in, like, it's like when they give Jack Nicholson his fucking first Oscar. It's fucking due. You were a former MVPer, so you should know. You know what I mean? You were the fucking guy.
I'd love to be on the stage when they give him this green jacket.
And
you know,
I would love to buy him a beef.
Yeah.
Courtesy of Bella's roast beef, the best beef in the business, as I say. All right, we'll be back next week. Will we have a guest? We don't know. Check out our sponsors. Do right by us.
Please
do
do.
right by them.
please do.
Eat Bella's. Get your fucking house insulated. Call Therm Pros.
Enjoy this
Go
fucking.
get a chicken
enjoy
sandwich
this
on the way
weekend.
home. Enjoy this beautiful weather that we're gonna have.
Hit the
Drink your
courses
face
if
off.
you can. Shank some shit.
That's right. All right, we'll be back. Thank you very much.
Later, guys.